Give me a minute. God damn. Pushy, pushy. We'll get there eventually. Metal fox markings. That must be the club. The secret club, possibly. Maybe. Uh-oh.
It's the Peacekeepers.
Shit.
Stay hidden.
Huh? Oh, right.
I knew there was some sort of reason we couldn't travel here.
And that Peacekeeper from the clock tower.
Seth Burroughs. A high-ranking Peacekeeper.
Flowers?
He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
Why the flowers?
I don't care.
Huh? What did you say?
I don't care. More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
Nailman? Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no, I don't know anything.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Huh?
Created by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours.
I don't like this guy. This guy's weird.
When something beautiful withers, it fills me with an inexplicable sorrow.
He kind of freaks me out. He reminds me of, like, a Sheikah person from Zelda. a little bit.
I feel so sad
I
that
think it's the eye on his hood with the straps.
it makes me want to sink a ship.
I don't follow.
I think I do.
The Nailman affair will be handled by the Peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately.
I don't think so.
Bring in the detectives you sent out. The Peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on! I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer. If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
Fine, I get it, but...
Okay, so maybe over the course of these 3 hours, Hollow's gonna help me investigate the other places, and then they're all gonna show up to support
Can't you give me more time?
And then I'm gonna have to carry out the investigation myself. And find the culprit myself. And then free them. By solving
He's
the
gone.
case. Maybe.
Chief Yako, are you alright?
Oh, Yuma. And Halara, too.
Keep your grubby paws off. She may be your detective, but she's my waifu.
Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the
Find your
Peacekeepers
keepers.
just came by.
I know. We were watching from over there.
Huh? You were watching? You could have at least helped me out.
No, you seem to handle yourself pretty fine. Talking about your frizzy
Hold
hair
on.
and shit.
Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
Maybe.
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was
Shinigami made me
probably
do
us.
it. I'm innocent. She manipulated
Gotta be
me.
kidding me! Why? What's going on?
It's exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask you to take us there, but you seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two! You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam?
You're fine. You're the chief.
Look, we've got 3 hours before
call you
I'm
chief for a
taken
reason.
away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather
Exactly.
turn myself in than ever sell anyone out.
You're the chief.
Though, I wouldn't want to do that either, if I'm being honest. Never mind, forget what I just
I
said.
like this guy. He's cool.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
No, he really doesn't.
What should we do, Halara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the peacekeepers as originally planned.
That's what I thought.
With enough evidence, they will have no room to reject the truth.
Right.
But we only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as
I
your
don't know, man.
assistant.
The last mystery labyrinth took me about 3 hours.
With my logic, anything
That
is
coupled with the
possible.
rest of the investigations that we have to carry out. I don't know about your
I don't really get it, but
you
it
may be
seems
good at
best to
killing
leave it to
people
you
and
two.
investigating things, but
You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map.
math is not your strong suit.
It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things
Yeah,
will get
probably
even more
that.
sticky.
That makes sense.
I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting
Wait, what
on
did
you.
he just say? Did he just insinuate that something sticky were to transpire between the three of us? Sorry, I hate to
we're
break it
off.
to you, bro, but hands off, she's mine.
3 hours. You've got
I worked
3
really
hours
hard
to
at
solve
this.
the case. Seriously.
I've been desperately
I'm counting
trying to
on
get
you.
her to come over to my side this entire time. You are
There's
not
still
going to
so
ruin this
much
for
I
me.
need to do.
Okay. So, Yako doesn't have a forte. I don't have a forte. At least I don't think so. So I'm wondering if there's a pattern to that. Back to the fragments of people type thing. Because I'm thinking that the person that we saw in the road when we climbed the stairs and emerged onto the street is, I'm thinking that's us.
You can get to the church from
But not
Kamasaki
us.
district.
But
Time is
us.
short.
Let's hurry!
Okay. If we can get to the church from Kamasaki, how do we get there?
You sure you want to take a detour? Don't you want to save Buzzhead? Come on, over
Yeah, I do,
here!
but how do I get there? Can I just travel? No, I can't. Okay, I can't just travel there. Let's follow Shinigami. Shinigami seems to know where the fuck she's going. So let's follow
hurry to the
Shinigami.
church!
This way, okay. Oh, I tried to run up this way before, but the game turned me around. Because I guess I didn't have the permissions to come over here. Right, let's check out this dark fucking voodoo forest church. This sounds like a really cool concept. Oh my god. Look at that. Holy shit. That's cool.
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this
That's
church.
a fucking dark looking church. Not as colorful
There
as I
aren't any
expected.
ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
One way to find out.
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Fair enough.
Huh?
They
Why
kind
is
of
that?
are.
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that.
Is that a moral
Depends on the
ambiguity
individual.
question, or is that a line to line your pockets?
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
I'm glad that we get to spend some time with her right away, though.
Will they even listen to us?
So it's exactly like I thought it would be. We get to use the
They can't
fortes
say
and the
no if we
abilities
say
of the
we're on assignment
detectives
for the
that we need to be able
peacekeepers.
to carry out our investigations.
Is it okay to lie like that?
I hate Jesus, something
Whether
like
it's
that.
okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Yeah, our savior is Halara Nightmare. What the fuck? Oh my dude, she's so fucking cute!
What is it
Oh my
you wanted to speak about?
Kodaka, you fucking bastard! How many waifus am I gonna have to have by the end of this game? How many? You sadistic animal.
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
She's a nun.
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
wow, okay. This was very unexpected. I thought the church would be, like, abandoned or something.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being
I
the
like her
assistant.
wording there. It kind of, like, supports gambling,
In
and
my
she's all
opinion,
about money.
it'd go
So that's
much
pretty cool.
faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Fair enough. You.
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
I like how she has a broken arm. That's
You've
kind
got
of weird.
some nerve calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
She might be the murderer for that alone. She has a broken arm. Why would her arm be broken?
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right.
She's kind of
I'd
fucking
just like to ask
feisty
some
for a
questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this?
Looks like I'm gonna have to
mailman?
keep you on a tighter leash.
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest
Why
late
does
at
your
night.
nun habit have fucking ears?
Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's
Blood?
creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal.
She is amazing.
I see.
I don't
By the
know
way,
what your name is,
what
mystery
happened to
lady.
your right hand?
I don't
Did
know
you
who the
get
fuck
hurt?
you are,
Hey, don't stare.
but names don't
It's
matter.
nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
I don't think so.
Instrument?
I don't think so.
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around
And she
on the
plays
bass.
bass?
Well,
Kodaka,
you know.
you bastard. Kodaka, you bastard.
Is that your
How does he
dominant
know?
hand?
How does he know?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, is
you
that
wanna
your
die or
dominant hand?
something?
Oh,
I need to know.
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
Oh, thanks for the support, Wingman.
I see.
I appreciate it, buddy. We'll get her. We'll get her by the end of the game, I promise. We'll get her, I promise.
Are you the
have
priest
to.
of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me.
He kind of looks like vampire-y.
Thus,
kinda
my
cool.
existence is but a piece of the eternal
I think his
prayers
outfit is
offered.
very, very simple, though, but, like, his appearance
That
is kind of
is
cool.
my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
A little bit too proud.
Do you know about the nailman?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the mailman.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Salvation?
Fuck off with your
People of the
Jesus.
city must be crazy if they look to the nailman for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel.
You just want to see dead bodies. Calm down.
I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about Shinigami. So we have Halara, we have the nun, we have Shinigami. Shinigami's into bondage. Halara's into money and being a Domimami. And the other fucking chick is into fucking choir death metal and playing bass. God
Isn't
damn it,
basically
Kodaka.
already like that?
How did he manage to make a game for me? How did he do this? How did you do it? You magnificent bastard. How did you pull it off? How did he do
you
it?
are... I do the odd jobs, like cleaning
Of course
around
you
the
do.
church.
You look like the kind of hamster-faced fuck that would do odd jobs.
I also
Church.
care for the forest.
I bet.
Do you know anything about the nailman?
Something like that, yeah.
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep.
There's so
at night.
many.
When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest.
I love how jazzy this music is, by the way.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
Somebody didn't run track in high school.
That makes
You were the
sense
kid
with a
sitting on the
body like that.
bleachers, opting out of all the physical activity, weren't you?
I understand. Thank you very much.
It's okay, I'll quit making fun of the portly boy. He was a wingman for me to get with the nun chick, after all. Okay, so what's the deal with this then? Oh yeah, Mr. Blue Hair, I forgot about you.
Excuse me,
Pinstripes.
but you are...
What is his shirt?
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
His shirt is cool.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the nailman and you don't know who I am?
No, sorry.
What's that supposed to mean?
You look like you came straight out of a Hunger Games movie.
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Yeah, that's right. I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm
I wanted
impressed
his
Halara
shirt.
was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am. But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So,
Okay.
you know a lot about the nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect
Does
has
he
already
even know
been
about the
arrested.
clock tower murder yet?
I think he was framed.
Oh, really?
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
Wait, do you think the nailman was framed, or do you think the kid's father was framed?
The real nailman, obviously. The peacekeepers are making
Okay,
a
he
big
thinks the
mistake.
dad was framed. I was
Listen,
gonna say, are you
the
a psychopath?
nailman exists.
He might be. Look at his hair.
The nailman is summoned through a ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
How do you sacrifice a doll?
Yeah, I get it. You
That doesn't make
probably want
sense.
proof.
I was gonna say, if it's voodoo, maybe it's a doll of the person.
In that
but-
case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the dark ceremony.
So is that gonna correlate to the victim in the clock tower?
Whoever's
or
name
not?
is on it is the nailman's next target.
Next target, okay.
Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in
So
with
if
the
the murder
nailman.
already took place, and the name on the doll happens to correlate with the victim in the clock tower,
Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky.
or maybe we're gonna
missed
be
it by
looking
just a
for
hair
this
4
person with
times
the doll
already.
name to investigate where the nailman killer
So
frequency
you can
goes.
guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
Because if they're gonna commit a murder in each of these places, the really high society district with the mansion, the art exhibit in the museum, and the clock tower, they have to be really familiar with all these places.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower.
Okay, so here's our context to the clock tower.
I called the peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I had acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the nailman.
Oh, so you're not really interested in saving the lady's life and having a fucking significant other because
She
she's
just wants to
obviously like
meet the
endeared to
mailman
you
and
for
doesn't
saving her.
care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
No, seems like it'd be exactly the turn on for you. Fucking freak.
I've talked to everyone.
Alright.
Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
She's gonna say no.
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information?
I think that's what that means.
What else should I ask about? There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
If Nailman is summoned, that makes sense why the killer made it look like no one else could have been there.
Yeah.
That is true. That
you can
fits
ask me
the-
anything about the Nailman,
Fits the
including
idea.
all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Okay.
Huh? Every time?
Well, he said that he visits places of otherworldly essence, right?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest.
That's
then
true.
I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
No, I think he's off the table. I think he's telling the truth for
You
sure.
think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would.
No.
The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room.
He's really weird because he looks like a peppermint candy, but like off-hue. He looks like an off-hue
But
peppermint.
the thing is,
It's
I've
kinda
never
weird.
been alone when I've discovered a body.
Never been alone.
All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me
That's
more
what
about
I
each
just
case?
did.
There have
Yeah.
been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months,
Why did the
excluding
music
the one at
change?
the clock tower.
Why did the music change? Is it about to get really spooky?
The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki,
Kamasaki, right.
district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place.
Okay.
At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
I'm sorry, but my top suspect is Base
And
Girl
that crime
right now.
scene was also
Why the
within a
fucking
locked room?
broken arm?
Yeah, all
If
of
you were
the
playing
Nailman
Base, you
crime
wouldn't have
scenes have
broken
common
your
characteristics.
Arm. There's no way. So that's a lie right there. Maybe it's something personal though.
There's always a
Or
corpse
maybe it's
and doll
something
coated
really,
in
really
nails.
embarrassing that
And
she
also,
doesn't want to
the
tell us
murderer
about.
leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
No, I think you're interested in the legend of the Nailman, not the
Don't
Nailman
empathize with
or
him.
herself.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery.
First locked room.
As for
okay.
the second, it was at a
Mansion, right?
mansion in the residential area near
Mansion.
Yuma district.
Okay.
About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study.
So, what I'm seeing here is a theme of very high stature people. Because if the last person owned a casino, this person owned a mansion in Ginma district, which is very high society, high class, and the other victim was at an art exhibit, then I think that
The
correlates.
crime scene
There's a
again
connection
took
there
place
for
in
sure.
a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it
No,
was
I
committed
think
by
he's
the
an
Nailman.
enthusiast. I don't think he's a psychopath. I think he's just really
By
enthusiastic.
then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward.
I think she's fishy though.
The third locked
But I
room
don't
mystery
know
occurred
why.
a month ago.
I'm
A
assuming
woman
that
was
she
killed
injured
in
her
an art
hand by
gallery
hitting it with
storage
a
in
hammer or
Ginma
something
district.
accidentally.
It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today,
Also, she
the
just
fourth
kind of looks
locked
like
room
the type
mystery
that would have
happened
a
at
lot
the
of
clock
weird
tower.
dolls.
That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He
And
will
they did
enact
say they were
revenge for the
serial
people of
killings.
Kanai Ward.
So if they were serial killings, that definitely makes sense and supports the idea of them going after high-profile, high-society people. Okay. Ready then. Let's ask about the dolls
That
next.
reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
So it has to be somewhere local.
Huh?
Okay.
You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs for tourists. But that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock.
See, I like how her ears go all droopy on the sprite. That is so fucking cool. I love stuff like that. I love how their outfits match the emotions and like the displays they're giving.
If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally
And see, now her ears are
dolls
perked up
all over
again.
the place.
Like, that's so cool. It adds a lot of immersion, like you're actually talking to the person. And not a lot of visual novel type stuff does that kind of thing.
I see.
That's what I think is really
So
cool.
they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Fucking awesome series. Great art goes into these. Like the dark presentation, the great gems, like the artistic value that you get,
Has anyone
the character
noticed strange
personalities
things
and
happening
everything.
near the church lately?
All really cool.
Wow, what a vague question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
Something
What do you
strange.
mean by strange?
Rope?
Like, I thought it was a rope. It looked strange.
I knew it was rope.
Can you try drawing what it
I knew
looks
it was
like?
rope. I told you. I told you it was
It
rope.
does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
I told you it was rope.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned. So I tried to
Okay,
take
so,
it out.
alright, new theory. What if it was a rope ladder? But they took one half of the rope ladder off to make it look like half of a rope ladder. Use that one half of rope to strangle the bitch, right? And then use the remaining half of the rope ladder to descend from the tower.
But I was too late. It was completely
I
incinerated.
knew it was gonna be rope. I knew it was gonna be fucking rope. I knew it was gonna be rope. Okay, so that means that it has to be somebody that frequents the church. It's Base Girl. It's gotta be Base Girl. It has to be Base Girl.
I asked around to see if anyone knew
Or the
about
priest.
it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it.
That doesn't mean they didn't.
The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
Only Clergy can access it. So who constitutes as Clergy then? That'd be the blue-haired guy. But I don't think he did it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I think it's Space Girl.
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator,
Clergy.
but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Base Girl. It's gotta be Base Girl, dude. That's definitely half of a rope ladder. I'm sorry, but I don't know what else would look like that.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier.
I knew it was
He's
rope.
suspected of being involved in the nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A.
Yes.
Colon? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nail man.
Wait. The priest asked him to fix the clock. That would set up a perfect alibi. If you're doing a locked room mystery and that guy you knew was going to be in the vicinity of the clock tower.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the
But
culprit
maybe
yet.
she knew about him asking him to fix the clock. And she used that for the scene of her next murder.
Oh,
I still think it's
I
based
see.
on.
But
I
if
think
it
it's
were
the nun
him,
lady.
no one would blame him.
I think it's the nun lady.
What do you mean?
What if she burnt her arm throwing the rope away? What if that's a possibility? What if she burnt her hand? That would make sense for the cast.
This city has completely
And then she
changed.
just disguised the injury
Everyone
and said it
is
was
seeking
something else.
salvation
And
in some
everybody
way.
just believed her.
The Nail Man was born out of our situation.
So maybe they didn't see her burn her hand. That's my running theory. I think
You
it's
mean the
Space Girl.
Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
I think it's her.
Many would certainly deny it, but the nail dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nail Man acts as their agent, then they are also the Nail Man. That's how I see it. What do you think?
I think it's Space Girl.
That's true. The Nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim
Also,
had it
okay,
coming
so
for doing something worth getting killed over,
If
right?
you're posing as a righteous person, right? The theme of a church is great for masking that. And then you're killing people at the request of other people. That's kind of a divine mission. At least somebody like psychotic thinking from that frame of mind would do something like that. I think it's Base Girl.
I think I've asked about
I
everything I
don't know
wanted to
who else
find
could
out.
it be. Like,
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
okay, if time is almost up, then our
Was
investigation
that
is complete.
okay?
Yes.
We should
It will
have
suffice.
everything we need to figure this out.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I think it's Base Girl. What did the dead girl do, though? I don't know.
You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
It's okay, I had plenty of time to look at Base Girl's face.
Huh?
I think it's
You need to
Base.
remember every face, so you can spot them, even if they flee through a crowd.
I like her, though. I don't want her to die.
Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on.
Yes, there is.
We have no time to waste.
If we factor in Base Girl
Let's
throwing her
investigate the
arm into
other
the
crime
incinerator when she threw the rope away.
Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
The casino. Secret club.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.